Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Outer Rim Cantina. My name is Alan and today we're going to be talking about the brand new community transmission that dropped last Friday for Star Wars Battlefront 2. And this community transmission is supposedly the biggest one we have ever gotten since the game launched way back in November of 2017, and honestly, that is actually true. There is a lot of stuff in this community transmission, but right off the bat, the title already tells us something we really want to know. And that title is...
Where are those DROIDEKAS?
And you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally getting DROIDEKAS in Star Wars Battlefront 2. This has been something the community has requested for months, actually since probably last year when they announced all of the Clone Wars content coming to the game at EA Play last year. So before we get into all of the other stuff in this community transmission, let's go over what we get with the DROIDEKAS. If there is one reinforcement that we know is high on our community's wish list, it's the DROIDEKA. Of course, we have a bit of history with these, and while we won't focus on the past, let's just say that your passion and enthusiasm for these rollies was not missed. One of the most feared droids finally joins the Separatist army, wielding twin blasters and personal deflector shields, making them a formidable foe for anyone that faces off against them in combat. Destructive weaponry and a powerful shield aren't their only characteristics, as their ability to transform and swiftly relocate has become synonymous with them. So their primary weapon is the twin blaster cannons, short-range heavy weapons that deal significant damage to those unfortunate enough to find themselves caught in their crossfire. The DROIDEKA can maintain full control of the blasters regardless of whether they're stationary or they're advancing upon their target. Don't let them get near. Ability 1, Wheel Form. The DROIDEKA folds its cannons and legs into its chassis and becomes able to traverse the battlefront at breakneck speeds. The wheel form can be activated both with the ability button and by pressing the sprint button, which also further increases its movement speed while in wheel form. Additionally, the DROIDEKA can exit ball mode either by pressing the ability button, activating the energy shield button, or by holding down fire. Ability 2, Overload. Sharing ability with its fellow enforcers, the DROIDEKA can overload its primary blasters. The cannons are instantly cooled, and for a period of time the DROIDEKA can fire its blaster cannons with increased rate of fire. Ability 3, Energy Shield. The shield acts as a secondary health pool for the DROIDEKA. That is the first combatant that can shoot out from it. The shield goes into cooldown if it's destroyed or it's manually toggled off. Deploying the energy shield while in wheel form will automatically trigger the transformation into destroyer mode before the shields activate, and vice versa, the shield automatically toggles off when going into wheel form. Rolling onto the battlefront this month on June 26th, we will have the answer to questions you've all been asking. Where are those DROIDEKAs? So there you have it. There is everything they're going to do. The DROIDEKA sounds absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to finally be able to use these things on the battlefront and fight against these things on the battlefront because they sound absolutely amazing. And like I said, it's something the community has been requesting basically since last year. So it'll be exciting to finally see these roly boys in the game. But that is not the only thing this community transmission has in it. In addition to the DROIDEKAs, we have the addition of another capital supremacy map, Naboo or Theed, which we all know and love from Galactic Assault, so I'm not really going to spend that much time on it, but yes, we are finally getting Theed to capital supremacy, and it is the last Clone Wars map that is going to be coming for a while at least. Moving on from that, we have another reinforcement, or actually vehicle, being added to the game, and that is the TX-130. Not to be outshined by the Separatists, the Galactic Republic will also receive a new reinforcement in the form of the TX-130 saber-class fighting tank. The TX-130 will provide the Galactic Republic with an armored fighting vehicle that is both quick and defensive. The speed allows the TX-130 to enter into battle, deal damage, and then make its escape, a great balance between agility and power. Its primary weapon is the laser cannons. A pair of heavy laser cannons sit upon the TX-130 and act as its primary weapon system. Despite having a fixed firing line, the versatile nature of the tank means that it can quickly maneuver to ensure enemies are within its line of sight. Ability 1, Laser Barrage. The Laser Barrage ability on the TX-130 fires a short laser cannon barrage of continuous blaster fire. During this time, the TX-130 will fire automatically for a short period of time. This ability is the perfect counter for when you encounter multiple small and fast-moving targets, such as enemy droids or speeders. Once the automatic firing sequence is complete, Laser Barrage will go into a recharge state until it's ready to be fired again. Ability 2, Rockets. Rockets fire in alternate fashion from pods on each side of the TX-130. The rockets are dumb-fired, meaning they do not lock onto enemies and fire in the direction you aim them, like the AATs. When firing rockets, you have the ability to fire them at one time, or you can charge them up. When charged, by holding the fire button, the TX-130 will unleash all of the rockets in quick momentum. Ability 3, Charge Mode. Activating this ability will toggle the primary fire into charge mode. While in charge mode, the TX-130 will gain the ability to charge up a massive charged bolt that fires simultaneously from both the left and right turrets, at the expense of some maneuverability. Charge mode is the perfect ability to use when facing a slow-moving target. Charge mode has a duration of 20 seconds, but can be cancelled sooner if desired. So there we go, the Republic is finally getting its own tank to fight against both the DROIDEKAS and the Separatist AAT. On top of this, we're getting a brand new appearance, and not just one but multiple appearances, but number one being General Skywalker. That's right, we are finally getting the General Skywalker skin to accompany the General Kenobi skin that we've had for Obi-Wan since basically Obi-Wan was added to the game last year. So that is super exciting. The General Skywalker appearance will be available on the 26th for 1,000 crystals or 40,000 credits. On top of this, we are also getting two brand new clone legions. We are getting the 212th Recon Division, and we are getting the 41st Scout Battalion. And here they are listed in the CT. Same heart, same blood. Due to the diverse and commonly harsh environments the Clone Wars were fought across, tactical armor, often camouflage, was a necessity for clone troopers to survive when their plastoid plating wasn't enough to keep them safe. Two legions that used camo most notably were the 212th Attack Battalion and the 41st Elite Corps, specifically the Recon and Scout regiments for both those legions respectively. The 212th Recon Division was outfitted with the Angular Phase 1 ARF, Advanced Recon Force armor, and desert camo during the Second Battle of Geonosis when the Republic invaded the retaken world. Obi-Wan Kenobi, along with Anakin Skywalker and other Jedi Knights, led the siege with his loyal troops through dunes, canyons, and caverns of the Separatist-controlled planet. As a splinter of the 212th Attack Battalion, the 212th Recon Division specialized in covert operations behind enemy lines. Their primary mode of transportation consisted of agile all-terrain vehicles such as the AT-RT. The 41st Scout Battalion was under the direction of Jedi Grand Master Yoda. The 41st Scout Troopers Phase 2 ARF armor, though featuring less plastoid plating compared to traditional clone armor, allowed for greater mobility and flexibility in jungle rainforest environments. The sun shield, wider visor, and overall shape of the helmet also helped with vision when traversing or fighting in rainy foliage and wet regions. This unit specialized in reconnaissance and warfare over difficult terrain, such as overgrown floral locations. Later, during the twilight hours of the Clone Wars, Commander Gree and Master Yoda deployed the 41st Scout Battalion onto the beaches of Kashyyyk to fend off a droid attack on the Wookiees, a system they could not afford to lose. The 41st Scout Battalion appearances will be classed as epic. They will be available for 40,000 credits or 1,000 crystals, and the 212th Recon Division will be classed as rare for 20,000 credits or 500 crystals. So we're finally getting the 41st Scout Battalion, which is something, again, everybody has been asking for a very long time, ever since the original clone skins were added way back last year, and everybody had a huge problem with the 41st being just camoed Phase 2 troopers and not the scout troopers seen in Episode 3, so I'm glad we're finally getting some movie-accurate troopers that we can use on Kashyyyk in both Galactic Assault and Capital Supremacy. And last but not least, this community transmission gave us a look at a little further ahead, and also a sneak peek of the brand new planet of Felucia that is coming to Battlefront 2's Capital Supremacy mode. We've been talking a bit about Capital Supremacy over the last few months. The feedback we've received has been hugely valuable, as has all the discussion around the game modes in general. As we move through the summer, we plan to add new ways to play epic battles for players who want something besides traditional PvP. We'll have more to share on this later in the year. Outside of game modes, one of the most requested content additions comes in the form of planets. Coming later this year, we will be adding a brand new planet to Star Wars Battlefront 2. The colorful jungle world of Felucia will be arriving later in 2019 and is being built for Capital Supremacy. We can't wait to take one of the most iconic planets of the Clone Wars era and bring it into the game. Before we get into all of that, in July we'll feature a month of weekly community quests themed around your favorite Clone Wars heroes and villains that will unlock new animated poses and VO lines for these characters. We'll be back in August to talk more about the new ways to play, Felucia, and more. As always, we're incredibly humbled by your ongoing support and passion for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Please do keep all your feedback coming, and we'll see you on the streets of Theed in just a few weeks' time. So that is the end of this community transmission, and yeah, I gotta say, it is definitely the biggest one we've gotten probably since the launch of the game way back in November of 2017. So with the announcement of DROIDEKAS, the brand new TX-130, the brand new planet of Felucia for Capital Supremacy that is coming soon, and the addition of 2 new Clone Legions and the General Skywalker skin, there is definitely a lot to look forward to in this June update. And I cannot wait to play it and try out all of the new content, and I will definitely be buying General Skywalker and the 2 new Clone Legions just the first day they drop. As soon as I download the update, I'm gonna buy all 3 of those and finally have something to spend my almost 400,000 credits on. But I want to hear what you guys are most excited for in this update down in the comments. That is all the time I have for this video. I will see you guys back here in the cantina on Thursday to talk about Jedi Fallen Order and the brand new gameplay reveal we got for that on Saturday. Until then, may the Force be with you.